family. So I am a statistic. I am an African American woman. I have 3 children by 3 different men. I don't have a college degree. Pick a statistic, your girl is one of them. Today I want to talk to you guys about letting your statistics be your motivation. Let's talk about flipping the script. You don't have to live the way that people think that you should live because you fit into certain categories, because that's not all of me. That's not all of who I am. It's part of my path, but it's also led me to where I am today. So let's just go ahead and get into this chat. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I love that you landed here. My name is Renee. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I am a business owner. My shop is always linked down in the description box. And I am an active duty service member. I have been in the military for 8 years almost. It'll be 8 years in March. I can't even believe it. But today we're talking about letting our statistics, those categories that people like to throw us in because of things we've been through, letting those things be our motivation. We got to take what we're given. We got to take those lemons and create lemonade, lemon pie, key lime pie. It's just whatever it is that you like. You got to take what life has handed you and run with it. So the first thing you want to do is get back to your why. Figure out what your why is in this life. We talk a lot about purpose here on the channel. We talk about going in the direction that God wants us to go. But what is your why? Do you even know? Have you had that conversation with yourself? I recently got a promotion, and in the military, we have to get pins. So someone has to take your old rank off, put your new rank on. And my battle buddy was like, so who was going to pin you? Because typically it's, a mentor or something like that. And I was like, my daughter. He's like, what? First of all, that's bad luck. I guess it's bad luck. I've never heard of that before. Maybe it's an infantry thing. But he said, first of all, that's bad luck. And second of all, what? And I was like, my family is my motivation. My children, my spouse, creating this generational wealth for everyone that's in my path. That is my motivation. So for my daughter to take off my old rank and promote me and to elevate me to my new rank, that's all I desire. It has nothing to do with any mentors. It has nothing to do with military superstition. They are my why. Now, my family has always been my why. It's always been to take care of my children and provide this life for them. But as I've matured, as I've elevated out of being a single mother of 2 children and really, really struggling, I talk a lot about my journey here on this channel and then also in my ebook. I want to say it's like $5.99, but it's a lot of pearls in that as well. It'll be linked down below. But I changed from that because I was in survival mode. When I was just trying to make it, I was in survival mode. But even though I elevated now to being married and being stable and having some level of success in my own right, my reason, my why has not changed. And that's why I continue to put bricks on this foundation that I'm creating. And it's always been for my family, for my children, for my spouse, for the people around me that are my community. You guys too, y'all motivate me. So what is your why? Is it just money? There's people out there who money, period, is their why. They just want to be rich. They just want to be successful. That wasn't my prayer. I didn't just want to be successful. I honestly could care less about being successful. I wanted to be happy. And once I started to find happiness, I wanted to bring more people to this place of happiness. I wanted to be able to remind mothers and wives and homemakers and men, y'all too. I'm not counting y'all out, but I wanted to remind others that regardless of what their life looked like, they too could find a level of happiness. They could also have more days that are good than bad. They too could find that peace within their home and within themselves and have that mental capacity to do better for themselves. So that is why we're here today. And that has always been my why. So you have to have this internal conversation with yourself. What is your why? Why are you doing the things that you do? Why are you going hard? Why are you looking for a spouse? Why are you starting that business? Why do you want to start YouTube? What is your why? And once you know what your why is, you have to redefine your focus and make sure you're not losing sight of why you're doing the things that you're doing. And then you have to understand you don't have to look like what you've been through. People don't know my story. They don't know where I've come from. They do not associate me with any of the things I've gone through. When I tell you that at work or places where people just meet 35-year-old Renee, if I get to a place where I express some of my story to them, they're like, what? You? I was at work one day and someone was like, hey, where are you from? And I told them where I was from, and they was like, for real? And I was like, yes. And they was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean no disrespect, but you just seem like you're like from this uppity place, uppity family, you talk so proper. And I was like, really? No. I was like, dude, like, I had a parent that was incarcerated, became a mother at 17. I had to dig my way out of that. I had to create this life and this who you see today. And this is not a new version of me. It is just a mature me. I grew up. And they were just like, wow, because who they saw and who they met and who they worked with did not quite equate to what I was saying out of my mouth as far as where I had come from and things that I had been through. I don't want you to put on this facade to where people don't recognize you. I want you to allow life to mature you into the version of yourself that you desire to be. I let go of a lot of hate and, disappointment and things I was holding on to that was keeping me burdened. When I let that go, it allowed the light in me to shine, and you can further see how I just don't look like. Now I exude the discipline that I got from my career. I started trusting myself, and then I was able to have confidence in myself because I trust myself. And then I say, okay, well, then I learned to do makeup, and I learned to dress better, and I learned to take better care of myself, and I learned to, live and look and drive and keep my house a certain way. And all of those things, when I learned better, I started doing better. And then I created this life where now it looks nothing like. When I tell you that my life is unrecognizable, I, at 27, would never, if you would have told me that I would have been married, had a daughter, and, just have the peace that I have in my heart, in my home, and in my life, I would not have believed you, because my life has always been one thing after another. It's always been round and round and round. It's always been this circle motion, or whirlwind, as I call it, of if it's not one thing, then it's another. And I just learned that I didn't have to live that life anymore. I learned that I could create the life that I desired piece by piece, brick by brick. It took a lot of self-development, self-discovery, and that's why I promote journals and journaling and prompted journals, because I needed to ask myself some hard questions to kind of shed light on things that I was still holding on to so I could let them go. You don't have to look like what you've been through. And I'm not saying put on a bunch of makeup. I'm not saying put on clothes that you can't, that are designed. Y'all, I ain't got not a piece. This thing keeps coming out. It's wearing me out. I don't own a piece of designer. Like maybe a Michael Kors, and is he really a designer? But I don't own any of that. It's just about the piece that I exude now is unrecognizable. That happiness, that joy, that knowing that you're going to make it because you've made it from all the way over there somewhere. That is what I'm saying. You don't have to look like what you've been through. You can elevate to a place of happiness and peace, no matter where you start from, okay? Understood? You got it, sis, you got it. I already know. So now what? I've reconnected with my reasoning, with my why. I've had a hard conversation with myself, and I've gotten my focus back on why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, why I'm going hard in the paint, why I am pushing and hustling more than ever. I understand that I don't have to look like, I don't have to act like, I don't have to live like what I've been through. I don't have to stay bound because of the things that I've walked through, the path that I've gone through, the dark days, the dark time, the skeletons. We all have them. I don't have to stay there though. I can grow and mature from any place. Any place, okay? Ain't concrete, ain't no grass where I'm from. But guess what? I got grass now. And you know it's not really mine, it's Uncle Sam's. But still, you can grow and elevate from any place. And now you know that. You got to understand it, because I'm telling you, you're telling yourself, and now it's in your heart. No matter who's told you that you have to stay bound, that you have to stay where you're at, that you have to stay under someone's thumb, it's not true. And now you know. So now what? Now you make better decisions. When we know better, we do better. And now we know better. So now we start doing better. We start making better decisions. No longer rash, quick, spontaneous, y'all. I've made some spontaneous things with my little young mind. And those are things that I still have to speak up about today. Like when I tell you I had to sit down with my husband and say, okay, skirt, pump the brakes. No, you love me. No, we want to be together. Before we do this, let me tell you this. Let me tell you these things to make sure that you want all of this, even the skeletons in the closet. That is doing better. That is letting people know up front. That is deciding that you take ownership for whatever it is that you've been through, that you've done, and now you're going to grow from that. Now we're going to make better decisions. Now we're going to elevate. We're going to get smart about our money. I talk extensively about money here and on the blog, so all that will be linked down below. Check out the money goals, check out the blog. Y'all, smart about our money. Y'all, we got to get smart about our money. Like, we got to fix the money. We got to fix the credit, so that way we can go in places and get the things that we desire. I'm telling you, my goal was literally to be like, I could go into a car dealership and I could pick the car that I want to have. Usually, y'all know how I go. You go to a car dealership and they were like, okay, so you can get that one car right there. Period. You can't get nothing extra. You can't get no other car around here. You can only get approved for that car. And that don't be the car I want. But in dire need, you take it. And with the crazy ridiculous interest rate. Crazy ridiculous. So the last time we went to get our car, I walked around and I was so nervous. And I was just like, I don't really want to look at cars and they're like, oh, just go look and see what you want and tell me what features you want to have in it. And I'm just like, oh, I really don't want to do this because I'm going to get disappointed and I'm just going to be hurt. And they're going to tell me I can't get this one or I can't get approved. So why even look at things that I want when I know that I'm not going to be able to get it? And my husband was like, it's going to be all right. Just look, just look, babe, just entertain it. And I entertained that. I said, well, the one thing I need is heated seats, and push the start. Because I go to work early. And they was like, okay. And we walked around, we looked. And I was like, we opened trunks, y'all. We did the most. And when I tell you that the car that we picked out is the car that's in my front lawn, I could cry just thinking about this. And that was my one desire. And my interest rate was more than cut in half of what my interest rate was previously for the car that I had purchased 2 years before. And it's a bigger car and it costs more money. But the number shouldn't even be so high that they could cut it in half. But it was. And my interest rate now is numbers that I've never heard in my life, period. Adult life, young life, don't matter. Like the steps that I've taken to fixing my credit has put me in a place where I can now go and get the things I desire. And that only pushes me to want to do more, to want to get it better, to want to be able to be like, okay, Let's see how far we can go. Let's see what this good credit life is like, because I know what bad credit life is like. Smart about our money. So now we have to establish a community of people around us, people who love and support us. And that's the biggest thing, support. Now, I ain't saying that they're going to like your Instagram. I ain't saying that they're going to watch your YouTube. I'm saying that when you are down and out, there are people you can go to that won't judge you. They're going to tell you the truth in love. And those are people that you can rely on in the good times, in the bad times, in the middle, in between mediocre times. They're people who want to see you doing your best. They want to see you win because they know that you winning means they winning because they're your friend. I'm telling you, find your community of people who just adore the life that you're living and who you're becoming. And I'm telling you, the people you associate yourself with will open doors for you. It will help elevate you further, because if all my people are opening businesses and finding happiness and growing and fixing their credit, then I'm going to do that stuff too. But if everybody that I associate with is doing nothing and sitting on the couch and, just doing nothing, then I'm going to do that too. So find you some people who hold you accountable for your future and surround yourself with them. And those are the people that you want to do. And that last thing that you're going to do is grow, is allow yourself to grow. And understand that growing is not a straight path. It's not like you get on 95 and you go from Florida to New York, no turns, period, you good. Nah. Growing is ups and downs and rounds. It's hard. It's raw, but it's necessary. It's necessary. Had I not grown, I would still be in this whirlwind circle of motion of 1 step forward, 3 steps back. I never would have known the true potential of the life that God had planned for me. My life is unrecognizable because I allowed myself to grow. I allowed myself to develop. I allowed myself to become a better version of Renee. And I want that for you too. So hopefully this video did a little bit of jogging your mind and your heart. And now you're ready to have these strong, serious, come to Jesus conversations with yourself. Y'all know we always talking about it, but I have to do it to myself too. I'll be like, girl, get yourself together. Renee, get it together, sis, because you're a hot mess right now. And it could be little things. You could look at my life and be like, oh, but you're good right now. Girl, bye. Okay, still, always areas that you can grow in your life. And I just want that for you guys. I want you guys to find happiness. I want you to find peace. And if you found it, if you're on that path to getting there, sis, yes, keep going. Don't stop. Hit the ground running every year, because every year is an opportunity to make it better. And then also to make it better for your kids. My kids are spoiled. They don't even understand the struggle. But at the end of the day, that's what I wanted for them. I wanted them to not have to understand the things that I had to go through. Now, they have their own battles and struggles that they have to go through. But at the end of the day, it's way different than the things that I had to go through. So, sis, today is the day. Go cry about it. Go pray about it. And then get busy. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Renee. I love you guys. I absolutely adore you guys. I will see you in the next video and the vlog. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. I would love for you to be part of our internet community. Also check me out on Instagram as well, because that's what she busy at over there. See, I see y'all every day over there. I see y'all a couple times a week over here. So thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all in the next upload. Bye.